Starting 5 January 23rd, Paris Games tips off today and an all-time rivalry in LA. SJ drops a career-high 54 points, Wemby and the Spurs face the Pacers this afternoon in the Paris Games, plus a rivalry week preview. Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We've got an action-packed day ahead in the NBA, and I'm here to break it all down for you. From an iconic homecoming for Victor Wembanyama in Paris to a career-high performance from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and a couple of epic rivalries on tap tonight, we've got a lot to dive into. So, grab your popcorn and let's get started. First up, the NBA is making its way to Paris today for the start of the Paris Games. It's a huge moment for NBA fans around the world, and especially for French basketball fans as Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs are set to face off against Tyrese Haliburton and the Indiana Pacers. This marks Wemby's first ever regular season NBA game in his home country. How wild is that? Wemby's been a game changer for the Spurs this season, averaging 24.4 points, 10 rebounds and 4 blocks. He's on track to become the first player in NBA history to average 24-plus points, 10-plus rebounds, 4-plus blocks, and 3-plus three-pointers in a single season. That's a stat line that's just unheard of. Meanwhile, the Pacers have been on fire lately, owning the best record in the East since the new year at 8-1. They've jumped all the way to 5th in the standings, so don't expect them to back down easily. This is going to be a fun one to watch. Now let's talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The man is on an absolute tear this season. Last night, Shai dropped a career-high 54 points in a 123-114 win over the Utah Jazz. That's right, 54 points. He was on fire all night, hitting 17 of 35 from the field and 17 of 18 from the free throw line. This guy is built different. Shai's mid-range game has been incredible this year, and he's not just a scorer. He added 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, and even 2 blocks to fill up the stat sheet. By the end of the third quarter, he had already dropped 41 points, which was just 5 shy of his previous career high. But he wasn't stopping there. He went on to set that new personal best, making him the first Thunder player to score 50-plus points since Russell Westbrook in 2017. By the way, the game wasn't a blowout either. The Jazz kept it close, but Shai hit a clutch three-pointer in the final moments to seal the deal. This was one for the record books, folks. Rivals Week is delivering some amazing basketball, and we saw 2 more thrilling games last night. The Sacramento Kings pulled off a huge comeback to defeat the Warriors 123-117. DeMar DeRozan went off for 19 points in the third quarter alone, leading the Kings to a 14-4 run in the final minutes of the game. DeRozan finished with 32 points, and Domantas Sabonis continued his dominant season with a 26-point, 18-rebound performance. Then, over in Minnesota, the Timberwolves got a huge win over the Mavericks, 115-114. Kyrie Irving put on a show with 36 points and 9 assists, but it was Anthony Edwards who stepped up big time in the final moments to help the Wolves secure the victory. Meanwhile, the Houston Rockets made a statement last night with a narrow 109-108 win over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Fred VanVleet had 26 points, and Alperen Sengun hit clutch free throws to seal the win. The Rockets are one of the few teams that have defeated both the Thunder and Cavaliers this season, and they're continuing to show their no pushovers. The Pistons are on a roll too, winning 114-104 over the Hawks, with Cade Cunningham putting up a stat-stuffing 29 points, 6 rebounds and 11 assists. The Grizzlies stayed hot with a 132-120 win over the Hornets, and the Suns took down the Nets 108-84, with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant combining for 56 points. These teams are absolutely rolling right now. Now, looking ahead to tonight's action, it's another massive night for Rivals Week. First up, the Miami Heat face off against the Milwaukee Bucks at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This matchup is a big one. Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo are always a treat to watch, especially when they're battling in the paint. These two teams have met in the playoffs 3 times over the last 5 years, so you know this one's going to have some serious intensity. And then we've got one of the most iconic rivalries in all of sports, the Lakers vs Celtics at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. These two teams have a history like no other, and with LeBron James and Jason Tatum leading their squads, this game is sure to deliver all the drama we love about this rivalry. The Lakers have been solid at home, but the Celtics have been just as strong on the road. Who's going to take the first chapter of this season's rivalry? And that's it for today's NBA breakdown. What are you most excited for? The Paris Games with Wembanyama's homecoming, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's 54-point game, or one of tonight's epic rivalries? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of the NBA action. Catch you in the next one.